particularly on tax issues, and I will tell you, I think it's important we preserve that, we honor it, and we make sure that Coloradans get the chance to vote on tax issues. Then I think you got to figure out, you know, does it feel like I'm removing a right from you if it's a greater majority than 50+1 to amend the Constitution? And if you've ever heard John Suthers speak on this, he is fantastic. If you haven't, I would say seek it out. He does this great presentation on the United States Constitution and then shows you Colorado's, and it is appalling what we have put in our Constitution. And frankly, right, I voted on black bears and pig farms, and I have no idea what the heck we were doing with those. And they are in our Constitution. And we have tied our hands in terms of whether it's good times or bad times, financial decisions about where should money go and where shouldn't it go during tough and difficult times. So we can't even hold our elected officials accountable anymore because the Constitution directs so much of those funds right now. Are y'all depressed yet?
No. Kelly, Christy from Junior Achievement. Good to see you, not in the elevator. I just wondered, you know, I've been hearing for years the stat about that Colorado's 48th in our spending on K-12, and I'm just wondering if there are other states that maybe, you know, are dealing with that same issue of cost, but that have really moved the education agenda forward and that are seeing results that we could model some change after, because I have to commend you as well on saying, okay, how can we come together to really move something forward rather than just defeating things that don't seem to move the discussion.
Right.
So do you know of any?
Yeah, let me tell you about a couple. Governor Ritter called together, he asked Dick Montfort and Jim Lyons to co-chair a process that looked at higher ed, particularly strategic planning around higher ed. They had a subcommittee called Sustainability. I got on that subcommittee. It's code for find us some money, which I learned after I got there. It is incredibly challenging. And what's challenging is when you can't just look at the funding and say, golly, we just need to increase that. You really got to look at what's the mission and purpose, what value do we place upon it as a society, and then how do we think about funding that and what should it look like. But that process is online. You can see the strategic plan. The work is being shared publicly now and gives you a lot of insight about other states and what they've done. It's very hard to compare, but I think there's some interesting ideas in there that we might be able to learn from and maybe model. We're done, huh? But one more, just the
no.
No.
Thank you. Sorry, Jim.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Kelly Brough.